Well, I know it.
All right, you guys ready to get started? Okay. All right. What is up, everybody? We got 14 people in the chat right now. I can see how many people are watching, but I have no idea who it is. So drop a hi in the comments so I can see who's actually watching. Right now we got Ryan, we got Scott Reese, Crystal O'Rourke. Thanks for dropping by and watching. Everybody else, say hi in the comments so we know who all is in here. And then let's see. Yeah. We hope you guys have been enjoying the pyramid videos that we've been releasing every day. Editing has been a real pain in the ass, but I think we got the hang of it by now. Big thank you to Peter over at 10th Planet Royal Oak. He's been carrying the most of the workload for the editing part. So big thank you to him. I am very slowly but surely learning how to do it myself, so I can contribute as well. But we've got quite a bit of content for you guys. So regardless about how long this thing goes on for, we're going to keep providing you with jiu-jitsu every single day. Let's see what we got here. Kevin, what's up, Kevin? Donald Gammons. Hey, Donald, how's it going, man? Mike Rogula. What up, boys? I assume you're down in Florida on spring break with the rest of those guys. Jules holding a party? And Truly at the Truly Beach party right now. Kevin Rigel, happy Saturday. What's up? Hi, Rachel. Crystal, thanks so much for having me. Glad you could tune in for this. Derek Miller, what's up, man? Megan Phils. Hi from Nolan. What's up, Nolan? Hey, it's Strongman Dan. Strongman Dan goes by John Doe online. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all, Daniel. Luke Manus. Michael says, hey, man, I'm not that dumb. Okay, so what, the White Claw party instead of the Truly party? I mean, we love you, Michael. Miss you a lot. So we're going to start the stream with a quick review of the pyramid stuff that we've done earlier in the week and then add on what we've done in the last 2 days. Tomorrow, there's going to be another wrap-up video for the pyramid going through all of your various options. So keep an eye out for that. And then next week, we're going into the prison guard. So the whole prison guard strategy from beginning to end. Michael says, vaping and claws, bro. What's up, boomer? I'm technically not a boomer. I'm Gen X, so there's no boomers in this video right now. Yeah. No, my mom was a boomer. Not me. Okay, so anyway, let's take a quick review of the pyramid itself. So let's go ahead and get into full guard. Let's scoot back a tad. Right there. Angle this down. All righty. So the pyramid comes from getting an overhook for your control. So we got to break down our partner's posture first. Remember, we got to stay north of the elbow. Nick is going to zombie, secure that overhook. And remember, we're going to use that Jean-Jacques Machado trick of making our overhook strong, not by keeping our hand here and pulling up, but by turning our wrist to look at our watch. And that helps us tilt the elbow just a little bit. And that keeps our grip north of his elbow. Okay, so always turn your wrist, look at the watch when you have an overhook in. That makes it so much stronger. Okay, now from here, you C cups the bicep, shrimps out, watch the chin. Okay, we slide down to the wrist and wrap that around our shin. Here's the pyramid position. Let's turn our side a little bit more over here. Right there. So great for MMA, great for self-defense. We've got both arms tied up. Connor can try to strike him right now, but he's not going to do very well. You can even try to headbutt because of the shin and the bicep. That keeps his head far enough away that they can't even do something like that. Okay. So once we get all the way to here, we're inches away from a triangle. All we need to do is force this grip out, step on the bicep, and then follow through. And now standard triangle finish. Drag the arm across, ratchet, and we're all set. Okay. So that's what you're going for every single time that we start attacking the pyramid. All you're thinking about is triangle. So when he stops us from continuing through to that triangle, that's when our other options come into play. But you still have to have that mentality of, I'm doing a triangle, force me to stop, okay? When they force you to stop, that's when they open themselves up for the other attacks, okay? So let's take a look. He gets the overhook, breaks him down, pushes his arm out, brings the knee through, wraps up the pyramid. Now Connor latches this arm onto the thigh so that Nick can't bring his foot through anymore, okay? From here, we're gonna go to a Hazlet. He's gonna let go of the wrist, bring the neck, and latch over the top of his shin. He lets go of the overhook to hug the knee, and that serves the same purpose. It keeps the arm trapped. So this is a modified rubber guard position called chill dog. Okay. The only difference is Nick is overhooking the shin as opposed to going underneath and using that rubber guard grip. This is fine too. If you have a lot of experience playing rubber guard, go ahead and use this. That's totally fine. I like going palm down here because there's less of an open. There's a slight opening when we wrap underneath right there that Connor might be able to explode upward out of. Okay, that overhook doesn't leave that opening. Okay, so go back just a second to the wrist. Yeah. Now, if Nick lets go of the wrist and goes underhook on the shin, there's a window right here. Connor can explode up and maybe limp arm his way out. So latching onto the shin over the top prevents that gap from happening right here. So Connor can try exploding upward right now. He's still stuck in place. Okay. When the time is right, Nick is going to pull that foot in front of the face, go back to controlling the wrist. He's going to triangle his legs. Foot stays hooked in the armpit for the Hazlet. And now he pulls on the wrist here. You got to make sure that there's tension. A little bit of knee squeeze and a little bit of leg extension is what's going to stop Connor from rolling through. If he has no tension here, he's just going to roll forward. Okay. But with the tension, it makes it next to impossible. Now Nick's body's at a 90-degree angle to Connor, and it's 90 degrees to the mat. He's got to make sure he's all the way on his side here. And now he can go for the finish. Grabbing the wrist, palm up, thumb up, like you're holding a glass of water, not pouring it out, and then pushing the wrist down his side towards the knee for the finish. Okay, so the whole thing from beginning to end. And if you have trouble unraveling from the Hazlet, that means you're doing it right. Breaking down posture. Zombie the arm, overhook is in, shrimp out. Insert the knee, wrap that bicep around the shin, climb this leg up nice and high. Okay, we're going for the triangle, but Connor latches onto the thigh, so he can't bring the foot through. From here, Nick frames the neck, grabs onto the shin, hugs the knee. Modified chill dog. Bring the foot in front of the face, modified kung fu move. Triangle, grab the wrist, and then Hazlet finish. There. Okay. So yesterday, actually late last night because of that, we put out the video on the pull armbar push triangle. So the triangle armbar combo from the pyramid. So let's take a look at that. I want you to put your head that way. Yep, all the way over here. We just need to see this side. What's up, Justin Schaffner? Hey, what's up, man? That's awesome for self-defense. Aversion against knife and stick. Okay, cool. Well, we'll have to have you show that sometime. Wait, do the modified kung fu move again. No, Brandon. We will not do the modified kung fu move again.
We both know this.
Turn your side a little bit. Just do the modified kung fu again.
Yeah.
So a standard kung fu move from the underhook, from the under, yep, is to wrap it around, bring it around the face that way. The modified kung fu move, all we did was just pull the foot in front of the face. There's nothing fancy about it all. Yeah, it's modified. Oh, we just pull in front, Brandon. So you should be good to go. All right, back on the side here. Now, looking at the situation where we can't bring the knee through on this side, this is where the armbar and the triangle come into play. Get the overhook, yep, break it down. Get the overhook on the left side. Now, Connor is keeping this arm in nice and tight. Not even elbow here. I want the elbow here. Okay, that way Nick can't bring his knee through the bicep. Okay, so Nick can try to seek up here and strip that through. A lot of times, if you guys are sweaty, it's hard to stop this from coming through. But rash guard is on, maybe you're wearing gi pants, and that knee just gets stuck. You can't move any further. Okay? So in this case, Nick is going to change his grip. Instead of C-cupping the bicep, he's going to grip the wrist with the thumb pointing at your face. Yep, right there. Okay? So because we can't push, we're going to pull the arm instead. And we're going to pull it all the way to the other underhook. And our overhooking arm is going to grab around the elbow here. So we have the elbow trapped in the danger zone. From here, foot goes to the hip. Rotate for the arm bar. Leg comes over the face. And now we can let go of the overhook and go burrito grip for our standard arm bar finish. Okay. So let's rewind for a second here. Overhook is in. We're trying to force this out and bring our knee through. Not happening, not happening. Connor knows what's up, so we grab the wrist and we pull. We feed it all the way to the other arm and we're hooking the elbow. Now, standard arm bar. Put on the hip, rotate. And comes over the face. Is that our music or theirs?
That's theirs.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I checked ours. We don't have any music playing.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's say. Never mind, go on. Okay, we got it. We covered you anyway. Okay, so now you start pulling on the wrist. Maybe we might not get it all the way to the other arm to hook. So he starts pulling back. So this becomes a battle of push and pull. Okay, if we get the wrist, if we can pull it far enough so the other hand can hook, arm bar. If he starts pulling back before we can secure that hook, we're going to push it between our legs, triangle. So this is the combination. Pull for the arm bar, push for the triangle. Pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, until he gives us one of them. Okay, it's really hard to defend both these at the same time because you can either pull back or push forward. It's hard to do both. Okay. Questions here from you guys? Questions? Anytime you guys have a question, just leave it in the comments, and we will address them. Yes.
When you're going here, so I can practice.
Yep.
Say as soon as I get to here, am I immediately going to put on the hip to track this in?
Yes. Yes. The sooner you can put something behind his tricep there, the harder it is for him to pull out. If you leave the closed guard, you can see Connor might be able to wiggle his way. He's got more room to just find an opening. Here, once that tricep grip is in, put that thigh right against the back of his tricep, and he's not going to be able to wiggle that arm out anymore. Okay. Now, another crucial piece here is this opposite leg. So go back in position. Overhook the triangle. Sorry. Overhook the feed it to the overhook. Right there. This foot going to the hip, but this leg is crucial. We need to get this as high up on the back as we can. If this leg is weak, this stays down here, we're never going to get the angle we need for the actual arm bar. All Connor has to do is just push his head towards Nick, and Nick is never going to get this leg over the face. Okay, so we need to get this leg up super high, and even if Connor pressures in now, this leg is securing our angle. We need this angle to bring the leg over the head and finish the arm bar. All right, so we've got the full path on the pyramid that leads to the triangle. If they shut down the triangle, we have the Hazlet. If we can't bring the knee through, we've got pull to the arm bar, push to the triangle. And now finally, the last part of the basic pyramid game is to deal with losing the overhook. All right, so let's turn on the other side. Right here. So anytime, this could be in the actual pyramid position when we have the shin, the arm wrapped around the shin, or it can be before that, before we even get to that point. Let's say we have an overhook on, right here. Now, anytime his elbow slides out, we no longer really have an overhook anymore. So Connor can pull up, right there, and let's say we still have the wrist. Let's say we're like right here. Perfect. Anytime we lose that elbow, I wouldn't progress any further. I would either try to reestablish the overhook, so climb back up, bring him back down, or we're going to switch to a figure four grip on the tricep. So the right hand goes over the arm, the left hand grabs your wrist, and we lock this in as our new form of posture control. Because remember, that's what the overhook is doing to begin with. We're going two hands behind the head to control the posture, and then we switch to the overhook, so now we can control the posture with one hand and attack with this side. From here, we're starting to lose the overhook, so we're switching to this figure four grip. It's important to keep the wrist in the armpit, though. Okay, as long as we still have this grip, we can control their posture. Connor can try posturing up from here, and he's got to carry Nick with him. It's like having a handcuff on your wrist connected to connected to a ball and chain. Yeah, exactly. So you want to stay connected to the arm. This is your new form of posture control. All right. Now, the most powerful submission that we can get from here is the reverse spiderweb ultra Kimura. Okay.
Just break.
It's pretty hard to do it from here. This is more for control than going for a finish by itself. Okay. So let's just make sure you're not going anywhere. There's no actual pressure for a finish though. Okay. So now what Nick is going to do is take the left leg, climb it up Connor's back. Yeah. And now put weight on that leg to get the other leg out and over his head. Yeah, work it out, right there. Now, once we have both legs behind the back, we're going to go wide. One at the hips, one at the neck. Okay? This position is called reverse spiderweb. All right? Now, the finish is the ultra Kimura. We're going to switch here to the Kimura grip. Right there. Keeping the elbow bent at 90 degrees and making sure that we never allow space between his upper arm and your torso. So gluing this down, making sure the arm is bent, making sure this stays connected. We can now pick our hips up off the mat and now rotate for the finish. Right there. This is such a powerful finish. Be very careful if you're repping this at home with someone who doesn't do jiu-jitsu, because the tap happens almost instantly. All right, disclaimer, big disclaimer. Yeah, have your kids and spouses sign waivers before you start doing this stuff. Oh, guys. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. Now, let's say Nick gets the overhook. He transitions to the pyramid itself. So he's got the other arm wrapped up. He's got the leg up high over the shoulder, but now he loses that overhook. Right there. So abandon everything else. Focus on this. Figure 4 grip. From there, the weight is going to go to this leg so we can get this other one out. Then from there, clamping wide. One at the hips, one at the neck. Kimura grip. Pick the hips up off the ground, keep the elbow bent, and now slow rotation for the finish. Stay right here. Good. Relax the pressure on that. Now, reverse spiderweb is a very powerful position because it's really hard for your partner to get out. That Kimura grip kind of locks him into place. And it doesn't matter if he rolls, doesn't matter if he tries to posture up really hard, you just stay connected to your partner. Let's say Connor's able to posture up really hard up to the ceiling. Nick just stays connected. Let's say he rolls forward. Nick is going to stay connected and just end up on top. We can finish from the top here, or Nick can lead the roll back to face up. So this just becomes an endless loop of chasing after this ultra Kimura. Let's go back to the start. Oh, it doesn't matter. So any questions on the actual pyramid itself? This is the basic system. There are some more finishes, but they're a little more advanced. Some of them require some flexibility. This stuff we covered today, everybody can do regardless of size and flexibility. We got a bit of a request for the Ultra Kimura and reverse spiderweb. So we're going to transition to that right now for the next section of the live stream. So looking at the reverse spiderweb, how to finish it from the top, how to finish it from the bottom, and just maintaining it during your partner rolling and moving around. Okay. So let's look at how we entered into it again. This is just one entry. There's a million. You can enter it from the top. You can enter it from the bottom. Doesn't matter. So go ahead. Pyramid to the Ultra Kimura. Zombie is in. Shapes out to the pyramid. Connor slips that elbow out, so we switch to that figure 4 grip. Now from here, leg comes over the head.
Really, I grip it.
Oh, that's fine. You got to let go eventually. Not only that too, but because of this leg high on your back, he can swing this leg wide now. He can kick straight. He can swing it wide. He can just move it. Kick in the face.
No, this is just
he has a lot more freedom of movement in his leg.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Very good question. Let's see. Corey Cuppy says Ultra Kimura. All right, cool. Yeah.
What's that?
And is that a prayer hand or is that a thank you hand? I never understand when I read those text messages. This in a text. Is that clapping or is that prayer hands or faded hands?
That's an argument in itself.
Yeah, okay.
Depends how you
This will
We
take
need
a
to ask,
while.
we need to ask a millennial. Michael, what does that emoji mean?
Decipher this for us.
All right, so Ultra Kimura gets locked in from the reverse spiderweb here. Make sure you are pointing your toes, all right? Because if your toes are curled back or if you have your ankles crossed, if your partner decides to roll over, your ankles are going to get mangled during the roll through. Okay, yeah. So always pointing your toes so there's something flat there and nothing's going to get caught and rotated and get torn and broken. So always pointing your toes. Some people like to go sole of the feet together and opening their knees up. This is good for pressure, but a little bit harder on the roll through unless you're more flexible. Okay. So I like just going clamp down right there. What is your preference, Nick? I know this is
Clamp.
Nick also knows a clamp.
But I have my knee, my knee thing's here, so if I go here, I'm gonna hit that for
He's
sure.
got some knee issues as well. So if you got knee issues, I would clamp down. Don't go sole the feet together. So it is a preference thing, though. Both of them are very much valid. Okay, so let's rotate a little bit. Put your knee kind of right there, and then back up that way. Where's the door? Back in. Cool. All right. Now look at the difference when Nick leaves his hips on the ground. His hips are on the ground. He still has his pin, still has a 90-degree bend, but he's going to rotate for the finish. And look at how far Connor can go. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. We moved the arm with good foot. So now pick your hips up off the ground. There's the tap.
I was scared to see it. You can see that shoulder blade stick out as soon as I raise the hips.
As soon as you raise it, look at the shoulder blade sticking out here through the rash guard. Okay? That locks the shoulder into place and really puts tension on all of the ligaments in the shoulder before you even rotate. And you end up with a much stronger tap that way. Okay? Keep it locked in. Now, on the roll through, Brandon Howday says it's a high five. So does Michael. Everybody says it's a high five, huh?
What?
That's a high five
I'm
emoji.
usually praying.
I thought it was like clapping or praying hands or something. It shows you. Nowadays it's washing hands. Yeah, Kevin.
No.
All right.
So it's
Escape the
very
auction
fluctuating,
floor.
evolving. Very free flowing.
Brandon Howday, Kevin, you got to sing happy birthday and wash your hands. Oh my gosh. All right, so now Connor hits the roll through here. Nick keeps everything locked into place, forehead to the ground. That forehead on the ground is making sure that nothing else is hitting the ground. All right, the last thing you want to do is clunk the side of your head on the floor, slam your shoulder into the floor. Yep. So anytime you post your head on the ground, it should always be your forehead. Think about where your hairline is right here, and put that on the floor. That's a safe place. You don't have to worry about injuring your neck. And you can put a little bit of weight on there, and it doesn't matter which way you go. Let's say Nick rotates left or he rotates right. He doesn't have to worry about injuring himself. Okay? So finishing this on top, he keeps his butt down, but he's going to take the hand and slide it up towards the head. Don't worry about the elbow right now. Don't lift the elbow. We're just taking the hand as far that way as we can go, as far as it can go. And then once it stops moving, now we lift the elbow off the ground. There's the tap. Okay, now bring the hand down this way. Lift the elbow first, then slide the hand. Connor's doing pretty well underneath there. Okay, so take the elbow as far as possible. Once it stops moving, now we lift the elbow. There's the tap. Okay, so that's how we finish it on the top as well. Stay there. Now, to continue the roll through, let's say you can't quite get it, or it's a big dude and he's flexing on you. Sometimes belly up is a stronger finish. So what Nick is going to do is turn his body in a way that follows the rotation of the Kimura. So go back for a second. If he turns towards me, see how that is releasing pressure from the Kimura? He wants to turn away from me to add pressure to the Kimura, and that's what causes the roll through to happen. And now we're back here in this position. Okay? Stay here. Now let's say he, again, is really strong and can straighten his arm out against this Kimura grip. All right. So in this case, one of the best things to do is don't worry so much about the arm, but loop this leg to the other side of his head, and we're back in triangle territory. Okay. Now from here, drag the arm across, ratchet finish, and we're back into the triangle. After prison guard, I'm going to be going through all of the guard micro transitions. So how to go from arm bar to triangle, arm bar to reverse spiderweb, arm bar to omoplata, triangle to arm bar, triangle to spiderweb, triangle to ultra Kimura. So that's going to be next after prison guard, okay, in the daily technique videos. So let's take a look again. Let me set this camera up right there. See if we got any other questions. It's prey hands when you're trying to escape the ultra Kimura. That's about right, Corey. All right, so let's go to the pyramid. Right there. That overhook starts slipping, so we switch to the figure 4 grip. Right there. Transition to reverse spiderweb, ultra Kimura. Right there. Let's say he rolls through, you roll with it. Finish on the top. He rolls again, or you lead the roll. Right there. Now from here, he straightens out his arm. So you switch to the triangle. And we just keep on attacking.
Is it like the number one defense for that is for me to just keep rolling and kind of hope he lets go?
Well, that's a very good question. So for defending the ultra Kimura, rolling is not a good option. Rolling is actually a terrible option, and here's why. One of you is going to outpace the other eventually.
Oh, so it'll snap like the roll.
Yes. And because you're both going in the same direction, who knows who that's going to be.
Yeah.
So if you start spinning and your opponent starts spinning and you're both spinning at the same speed, then everything's fine. Your shoulder's good. But if you hit a snag and he keeps going, there goes your shoulder. It's gone instantly. So rolling is not a good option here. Okay. Yeah. Rolling happens more out of desperation than anything else. If you're going against somebody who's not good at reverse spiderweb, there's a chance they might miss their opportunity to roll and leave a gap. So that could happen, but that's not really your number one choice for the guy that's more like neither is hunkering down. That's another thing that really makes the reverse spiderweb so powerful is that if they are able to join their grip together or grab on the inside of their thigh, let's go ahead and demo this really quickly. Yeah, so kind of point your head at that back wall. Reverse spiderweb. Let's say Connor's got his hand on the thigh there, or even better, Connor joins his hands together right there. Now, one reason why this is so powerful as opposed to a full guard is that Nick is able to activate his deadlift muscles to break this grip. And it's only a matter of time before Nick's deadlift overpowers Connor's grip. Doesn't matter how much grip strength training Connor's doing in this time off. All right? He can buy every gadget and gizmo from Black Belt Magazine that promises you like eagle claw grip strength.
Wait, that's
Nick is just keeping his grip locked into place and extending his hips and his back in order to break the grip. Even put the grip between your thighs. Let's say it's here. Same deal. He's just going to leg press, arch his back. That grip dissolves. Doesn't matter how hard they're holding onto it. So anytime you end up, let's say we're in full guard. Okay. And you get a Kimura grip on this side. And Connor joins his hands under your butt. So go under, yep, right there. You end up in this position here. This, you can try all day. You're never going to break this grip. Okay? And now the problem is your other leg is stuck. So you can't transition to reverse spiderweb anymore if he reaches around the hips and grips here. Okay? So your best bet is to let go of the Kimura and start attacking something else. Okay, maybe go after guillotine or hip bump sweep or something else, anything else. But from reverse spiderweb, once we have the grip locked in, it doesn't matter how he grips, whether it's thigh, whether it's hands together, this grip is breaking. You're just way too powerful. You're activating your entire posterior chain, your upper back, your lower back, your mid back, your glutes, your hamstrings. Everything is activated here, and all against just his grip strength. So good luck holding on to that. Anything you want to add about reverse spider? Because I know this is a big part of your game.
I got it from you, bro.
Okay. Yeah, well, I got it from Nathan and Gio. Nathan and Gio are the people I really studied and asked, and just like, all right, show me all of your reverse spiderweb stuff. Show me all your Ultra Kimura stuff. And I just sat down and wrote everything down. And it's just such a powerful game to play. Once it's there, you're in the end game. Like, doesn't matter so much where they move or how they're rolling. But that should be the end of the match. Yeah, it is everywhere. It's everywhere. What's your favorite entry for reverse spiderweb?
Just like a lazy little Kimura grip on top a lot of times.
Show it. I need a break.
I'm also actually. A lot of times, like it's just being on inside control here. People start thinking you're going to go step over the head, maybe start running away or circling with you. They're trying to keep this head out from underneath me, so they're circling away. A lot of times, I'll step up here. As soon as I get there, I just immediately, instead of trying to fight his grip or dealing with that, I just go right to here, and then it's already broken. Like that one, or like turtle ones. Because nobody ever thinks anything's coming, and it's just they go like this. They can't see what's happening. Is that just people being lazy with defending their arm? No, they're just not. Well, no, they're just so fixated on keeping their head away. It's like, well, now your head's strapped, and now I have your arm.
I've been killing it from bottom. So go into the bottom. Point your head straight at the hand. Yeah, right there. So scoot back. One of my absolute favorite reverse spiderweb entries is just taking one of his wrists and pinning it to the ground. This can happen palm. I'll take Kimura. Just like You guys can have it like when they start pushing on your hips. I like to just take one wrist, pin it to the floor. Okay. Now I'm going to take this shoulder, put it over his shoulder on the ground, and post my head. Okay. From here, this knee is just going to knee slide from his armpit over his neck. Right there. Now we're locking in the Kimura grip, and then this foot is pinning him down at the moment. But when we're ready to go, we're going to swivel it behind his head here. Yep, and underneath. Exactly. Right now, this foot is still just at the hip on this side. And you guys can see this way a little bit. Right now, that foot is still at the hip. We're only going to move it behind his back if we roll through for the finish. Nick can finish right here. Yep. Or roll through. That's when we clamp down, hips and neck, and there's our finish. Let's do the entry again. I'll put it this way. There. Pins that arm, puts his shoulder and head on the ground. Remember, always posting our forehead on the mat. Knee sliding over the neck. You can see his right foot hasn't moved at all so far. Swivel the left foot behind the head. And last time they did this, it was not gentle. In any way, shape, or form. It was just like, no, the foot going behind the head. That foot going behind the head is just like, it's coming. If you want to stop it, be my guest. But now, finish on the top. You got tap, roll through, finish on the bottom. I like repping the Ultra Kimura in class because it's so easy to be like, all right, get a tap face up, get a tap face down. You can just tell people, all right, get 2 taps face up, 2 taps face down, and roll in between. It's just an easy way to work on control, maintaining the position, and just practicing staying pressure on top of your partner, practicing the grip, practicing the actual finishing mechanic. So it is, it's just a very fun set of techniques to teach in class. I always enjoy teaching reverse spiderweb and the Ultra Kimura stuff. Another entry that I've been liking lately. It's actually from Peter over in Royal Oak, going from the head scissors. So let's go.
Peter has some legs.
Oh yeah, he does. He's got those oak tree thighs.
Watermelon crushers.
So let's in a row. Come on. Let's point your feet this way. There we go. All right. Next. Sit up. There we go. Nick gets a rolling Kimura over the top. Boom. Now from here, he shrimps back, steps a leg over Connor's neck, one underneath, crosses the ankles, and now just extends his legs. This is a very unexpected choke. It's the head scissors. And not a lot of people see this coming. You can let go for a second? Yeah. Now, you still have the Kimura grip locked in. And this comes from extending your legs, not squeezing your knees so much. If Nick pulls his heels to his butt and squeezes, Connor's perfectly fine. Huh?
So I'm not cranking him up to do that.
So extend your legs, keep crossing the ankles. Don't try to triangle your legs, and pinch those knees together for the finish. Right there. Yeah. That's how we know it's good. Everybody? Yeah. All right, cool. So he's got the head scissor in place. Very unexpected finish.
Wish I had been in that position.
Turning your head and trying to get your chin out of the crook of his knee. Okay. So go ahead and step that in. So let's say you turn your head all the way to the left. Yep. And make sure your chin is not in the crook of his knee. Now he squeezes. Use your hand as well to push out his shins and stuff like that. So like this, it's a very unexpected finish. It can also be very difficult to finish unless you get a lot of practicing on it. So sometimes we end up here and we just can't quite get the choke right. So in this scenario, let me have you turn 90 degrees. The other way. Right here. Nick is going to go back to posting his head, his forehead on the ground. He keeps his Kimura grip. And now his knee, his top knee is going to go outside Connor's hip here. Okay? And that shin is over the top of Connor's stomach right now. Okay? So it's a slightly modified reverse spiderweb. Nick can now go for the finish here if he wants to, pulling that elbow up, and then lifting it. Or roll through. During the roll through, you want to have pressure with this knee so you can swivel that foot out. Right there. Clamp down, and there's your finish. Okay, roll through.
It's finished still there even if it doesn't come out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is still there. It's just not quite as powerful. But it's taking it from like a 95% finish to like an 85% finish. Yeah. He gets a rolling Kimura. Goes right to the head scissor choke. Let's say you can't get the tap, so he goes forehead to the mat, knee slide over to the hip, finish from the top, and roll through, swivel that foot out, finish from the bottom. Awesome. Throw a triangle in there. Just waiting for it. Throw a triangle in just in case. Yep. Very nice. All right, guys. Any questions? Any questions on pyramid or reverse spiderweb? Drop them in the comments. That's pretty much everything we had planned for today. So we'll give it a few minutes to let you guys leave some questions, and we'll answer those, and then we'll call it a day. Cool. Anything from you guys? Any of you guys want to go over a show or anything like that? It works.
Strongman Dan still in that chat. Strongman Dan at Show Knee Bar if he's there.
Uh-oh. We'll see. We got 20 people still. Go show Strongman Dan the knee bar.
You in there?
I don't know.
Is John Doe in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
John Doe in the comments. I know you're in there. Not showing it unless you're there.
Oh, what we got? Thank you so much. No problem, Crystal. Thank you for joining us. Just go into the knee bar. If Daniel misses it, he misses it.
All right.
And then at that point, wait, John Doe says knee bar.
All right, knee bar.
Okay. Special knee bar.
All right.
This is dangerous, man.
I know. Well, he was sending me a little BS Instagram video. Told him I showed him 9 BS standing leg up. All right, so you get this one out of here. Let me tilt this camera a little bit. All right. So you get this one if somebody takes your back from the feet. So it really doesn't matter. So kind of into the duck under. Right here. So I'm going to immediately get his hands down around my waist here, so he's got a body lock. And then now from here, I'm going to extend forward. So he's got his legs back or something right now. If I want him forward, just crawl here. That brings that step forward here. So now he's switching between my legs. Now you're just going to keep one hand posted. Your other one's going to scoop the ankle. And now think like you're boxing out or you're at homecoming, right? You're backing it up. So now you're sitting in the lap here and you got the knee bar pitched in between the legs. Cut, roll onto the side, and finish that knee bar. Again, feet.
You got the knee compressor there too.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to give him too much. He's already knee bar.
It's a whole Russian Cowboy series, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. So he gets that back take. Boom. Immediately, I want to get the hands around my waist here. Now, just try to get a leg in between. Come forward here. That pulls the leg in between here. Keep the foot posted, or a hand posted, so you can scoop the ankle. Now just back it up. Sitting into the lap here. And then, yeah, like I was saying, you can start rotating, and then you want to start cleaning. The other stuff, you can go to 411 and all that jazz.
Back to Russian Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this position is Russian Cowboy. You want your feet nice and wide. Yep, your weight is on your partner. I like to go outside hand underneath the knee, inside hand clasp the shin, and you get a figure 4 grip on that. Right there. So now you're pulling up on the knee and sitting your butt down on your partner. Yeah. It's a little more grip on your partner's leg. So now, depending on whether Connor's straightening his leg or pulling it in, if Connor's straightening his leg, Nick just falls to the side of the knee bar. Okay, makes it easier. Come back over here. If Connor's pulling his heel to his butt, Nick is going to step over, fall to the side, cross his ankles, gable grip, knee compressor for the finish. Yep. And then you always have the option to spin to 411 from there, spinning to outside ashi, just letting go of the leg and passing his guard ending up on top. If he reaches up and hugs you, you have a Kimura grip there, rolling Kimura. There's just so many great finishes from that position. Go sit on top of him. If you start reaching around his body, next thing you know, Kimura grip. Yep, and now they'll roll. Right to the rolling Kimura game. Oh, head scissor. Reverse Spiderweb. Ultra Kimura. And try. You got to connect it all back. All right, let's see what Daniel says. John Doe says thank you. Matthew Leonard also says thank you. Thank you for tuning in, Matt. Here we go.
I feel good about myself.
Beautiful. Thank you. Why can't you all look like that when you're doing your techniques?
Because I'm like 9 weeks off.
Cool. So thank you guys for joining us for the live stream. We're going to have another one Wednesday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at Wednesday and Friday at 6 p.m. next week. Check your email for now Connor gets to practice on Nick. That's what Donald says. Hey, yeah, we're there. Yeah. So live stream next week, Monday and Friday, 6 p.m. Daily videos are coming in to you guys, so make sure you check your email inboxes. If you're not getting them, let me know. That means that the email we have on file isn't correct. That's happened twice now, so let me know if we need to adjust any of those emails. Like I said, next week we are looking at the prison guard game from Full Guard. along with Nick has some wrestling techniques, some front headlock stuff. So we're going to add some wrestling lessons in on Tuesday and Thursday as well as some basic yoga flows that'll be good for jiu-jitsu as well. Layla is contributing that. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, send Peter over at 10th Planet Royal Oak just a quick thank you for all the work he's putting into this. I'm working hard. These guys are working hard, but Peter's working harder than all of us put together. So if you guys wouldn't mind, just send him a quick thank you message for helping us put the videos together. And he helped me get the live stream up and running, and keeps yelling at me that I keep doing it wrong. So just send him a quick thank you. I would really appreciate that. Let's see. Brandon says AO Wrestling. Temple Saginaw. Wait, Monday or Wednesday? Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Let me clarify that. Wednesday and Friday next week we're doing live streams. Wednesday at 6 p.m. and Friday at 6 p.m. That's my bad. Sorry about that. Rachel says thank you. Michael says thank you. Thank you guys for watching. That is it for us, and we will see you Wednesday at 6 p.m. for the next live stream. Have a good one, guys. Good.